live. I started a few minutes early just to give myself some time to get resin mixed up. Let me get the video pulled up on the computer. There we go. So as you tune in, please say hi in the chat box. Let me know where you're watching from. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up button. And just keep in mind, this is a live video. So it's not meant to be super fast. The whole point is for me to hang out and chit chat with people, answer questions, etc., etc., etc. Okay. So today we're going to be doing a beach piece. Hey Annabeth, hey Katie, hey Lizette, hey Jerry. I am using Mixed Media Girl Artist Resin, and this is mixed equal parts A and B. So I'm gonna just get that started while people just start to tune in, okay? And then I'll explain my setup a little bit better. Please hold. Okay. We've got Toronto in the house. We've got Oklahoma. Hey, Clara. Well, thank you for popping by. Understood, understood. Can't wait to see you soon. Oh, we've got Jamaica in the house. That's super awesome. Hey, Renee. All right, so I'm mixing up my Mixed Media Girl Artist Resin, equal parts A and B. I start off with part B first, and then add A. Just makes mixing easier. And I hope all of you are having a fantastic time. Oh no, Barbara. Sorry to hear about that. Okay, so this resin you mix for about 3 to 4 minutes should be good. And then we'll get the colors mixed up. This isn't going to be the longest live, but hopefully it's super enjoyable for all of us. I don't know about you guys, but this is kind of like, the lives end up being little breaks in my week, you know what I mean? In my otherwise sometimes rough week, which I know you guys have too. Hey Louisa, welcome from Scotland. You have many questions. Okay. All right, so Cheryl's got the first question here. How'd you get the colors to look so blended? Here, this is just spray paint. This is matte paint and primer. And I just sprayed each layer. I went back over the blues a couple times. If this looks textured, it's because it is. This is what's called a convexo canvas. It's from Jerry's. But you can also get it on Amazon, and it's really cool because it's rounded, right? So everything's gonna just go over the side. But I had done a painting on this one and I didn't like it, so I'm gonna just reuse it, and figure resin is perfect for that. Water, it's totally fine for it to look textured. Okay, I think we're pretty good here on the resin. And I will be using real sand on this. I got this from the beach. Let's get our colors mixed up. I'm gonna mix 2 blues, a lighter blue and a darker blue. I'm also gonna add in a little bit of this chameleon powder from Let's Resin. I haven't quite decided how yet, so just bear with me a minute. Here comes a truck or a motorcycle. Okay, this is ocean blue dye from it's Alumilite. I get it from Stone Coat Countertops. You can do this with acrylic paint. It's just not going to come out the same. It doesn't blend like resin does. And then I'm using some Polycolor Sky Blue Mica. Yeah, Louise, unfortunately, because I don't live in the UK, I would not know what spray varnishes would be good for you to use in the UK. So my recommendation would be to see if maybe there's a UK artist specifically that would know that. But for vases in general, I do recommend resin. The sprays, although I'm pretty sure like Liquitex varnish and stuff is available there. All right, so I'm gonna add a little bit of chameleon powder into the lighter blue. Oh, by a little bit, I mean a lot. And a little bit of that into this darker blue also. This is gonna give us a lot of depth. Hey Peggy, that's so awesome to hear. Hey Linda. We're doing a Linda project, Linda. All right. I did kind of recently do this spray paint, so it's not 1000% dry. You can probably hear it's a little bit sticky. And this is definitely more resin than I need also, you guys, just as an FYI. I'm gonna be doing a couple projects after the video, so. Yeah, if you use any kind of other varnish, you will probably have to put something on the bottom of your vase because I haven't tried any that have not remained sticky. So maybe put some felt or something on the bottom of your vase so it doesn't stick to your table or shelf or whatever you're putting it on. Okay. We've got a lighter blue and a darker blue, plus we have the background also, which will help, especially on the sides. Resin can definitely tend to be a little bit transparent. All right, I think these are mixed up pretty nicely. Well, what blues you use are totally up to you. I kind of like to make my own, usually. Let me just find a little cup. Here's a little cup for the white. Okay. Can you resin over something you put spray varnish on? Should be fine. I mean, people use, spray paint with resin all the time. I'm sure there are different spray varnishes, but in general, should not be an issue. Okay, so for the white, I'm using the Alumilite white dye. I like it because it's opaque. And I don't want something transparent. So I'm adding a decent amount of that dye. And this is going to be the color that I'm mixing up the least amount of. So for oceans, you can do more than one wave at a time if you want, but it is best to do just one at a time. Hey Megan, no change from last week, unfortunately. Megan, have you emailed me? I think you do. I think I have your email, so I can always definitely email you as soon as I know. One of these days, I'm going to say, I have it, but I'll probably email you before you get the chance to ask me. All right, here's our white. We're gonna let that sit for a little bit, and let's get started. I'm gonna actually flip this around. I might adjust the camera a little bit so that it's a little easier for me to reach this. Or maybe this will be fine. I have this raised up on tabletop, the painter's pyramids, Okay. Just want to make sure. Can everyone see this okay? I can zoom in a little bit if we want to also. It's really funny. I don't know if you guys can kind of see, but I'm wearing my Aruba shirt. One happy island. Katie reminded me of something awesome. There is a Facebook auction going, so make sure you guys check that out if you haven't yet done so. Zoom in would be good. Okay, I'm gonna adjust this just a little bit more. Back this way. So please hold for just a second. Let's see if we can get a slightly better camera angle. I'm going to raise this up like this. And then close your eyes. I'm gonna zoom in, which on YouTube is just weird. I cannot tell if that zoomed in at all. But that may be as good as it gets. Hopefully it zoomed in a little bit. Let me see how my computer over here, give me a second. See if it There's a delay, so it's hard to, nope, that doesn't look like it's zoomed out at all. It zoomed and then it zoomed back out. It looks zoomed in on my phone, which is the difficulty, but not on the computer, so. One more time. Let me check that on my computer. It looks too zoomed in on my phone, but it may be good on the computer. Okay, that's a little more zoomed in than I want, but I think that's kind of gonna be the best we're gonna get. And I don't have to mix anything else, so we should be good. Okay. All right, so someone just asked, is the Amsterdam pouring medium good? I actually haven't tried it, although ironically, I do have it. So I got it to try. It's too much now? Okay, all right. I tried. I'm gonna zoom back out. Sorry. Oh, I think I got it perfect. How's that? Okay. All right, that's a tiny bit zoomed in, okay? Okay, so let's get started. I am going to put some clear over here. And I'm going to add sand. You do not have to add sand, but I just feel like it. Oh, come now. These painter's pyramids can be a pain in the butt with resin sometimes. So I'm making sure that my resin goes all the way around. This is just clear, so I don't really have to stick to it, you know what I mean? Okay. And this is sand from Manhattan Beach. Went there a little bit ago with my sisters. I just take a stick here. And just like glitter, it's gonna kind of get everywhere, you know? I'm not worrying about it too much on the sides here. And resin will go over the top of this. How do you know when it's totally covered with clear resin? You can see it, it's very shiny. I guess that's my best answer. Okay. I think that's pretty good. Let me just kind of spatula it out a little bit. Here comes the train. All right. Yeah, I've got a few different, I actually bought a pouring medium also from Walmart that I haven't gotten a chance to try yet. It's very annoying. All right, I'm not gonna worry, there's a little bit of sand here. I'm not gonna worry too much about it because beaches have sand, right? Does the lighting in the workroom make a difference? I mean, these are interesting questions that have not good answers. I mean, lighting always makes a difference in if you can see things well or not. You know what I mean? But that's all personal preference. Some people like creating in the dark. Yeah, we could be done at this point. All right, let's get in here with our color. I'm gonna leave a little bit of space there. There's already, you can probably see a little bit of clear, but we're still gonna leave a little bit of space. And you can probably tell I kind of have given it a little bit of a wave here. So this is the lighter blue. It's the sky blue mixed with a little bit of the chameleon. Try not to dump it off the side too quickly. So I'm just kind of spreading this around with my hand to start with. It always goes through what I call, you know, the ugly stage a bit. And I'm gonna be flipping this around yet again when we need to do the waves. That's okay. All right, there's the lighter blue, which I feel like I could have gone even lighter on. You can also go more turquoisey if you want, or just more light blue. Totally up to you. Here's the darker blue, and I'm putting it up here, and I'm gonna blend it into that light blue a little bit and kind of go with that kind of wave pattern. I haven't done this on one of these round canvases before, the convexo canvases, so it's definitely interesting. Louisa, my Facebook page is the same as my YouTube, Mixed Media Girl. And I think you can get to everything from my About page on YouTube here. All right, looking good so far. And this is still the ugly stage. Cheryl, are you resining over something or just creating resin like this? Because if you're resining over something, it may not be you. It may be what you're resining over could have oils or something in it. You know what I mean? Yeah, I know. It's definitely not ugly, but this is just what I call the ugly stage. It doesn't look like much yet. Yeah, but Cheryl, are you pouring over, are you resining over a painting or just creating a resin painting like this? There's a difference. Like this is not, I'm not resining in acrylic pour here. You use acrylic paint with Floetrol, so you're resining over paintings. And do you ever use any kind of silicone or oils in your paintings? So I'm going to rotate this again so I can easily access the waves. There we go. No oils? Okay. So if you're not using any oils, you could still have oil on the piece from your hands, or it could just be, you know, dust or dirt particles. So try cleaning your piece before resining it, and then also try using a little bit more resin. You may also not be using quite enough resin, and you could be just trying to stretch it a little too far. All right, so I'm going to take a torch to this at this stage, and that's going to heat it up, kind of get that blending process started. I'm not really worried about the sand. As soon as this is dry, I'll just brush off any extra, you know. All right. Now before I go in here with the white, I am going to put down a layer of clear here in between. And that's so that we get a little bit less of the blending between the white and the blue. We kind of want to give a little bit of a barrier here. Stacy, this is a canvas. It's called a convexo canvas. And you can get it at Jerry's Artorama. Just if you search convexo canvas, I think it's Frederick's. Frederick's is the brand. And you can get it on Amazon, but it's definitely cheaper at Jerry's for sure. All right, so we've got a little bit of a clear there. Now we're gonna go in with the white. Now I've heard, I don't know so much, I don't have that much experience with doing this, but I've heard it can help to let your white sit for a little bit. But I do know that you do not want to overdo it on the white. So I'm just putting a fairly small line here. You can definitely go over your sand a little bit if you want, but I think it's better to do that on the next layer. And now we're gonna get in here with a heat gun. to start off with the heat gun, I'm gonna heat the blue and then the white, and then I'm gonna be pushing the white into the blue. And how much you push it into the blue, totally up to you. So 1 second. My heat gun is resined open, so I have to plug it in every time I want to use it. I'm using an Amtake heat gun, and I'm using it on high. I do not have any kind of attachment on here, but you can if you want. I just don't like them because they heat up too much, and I've actually lit things on fire with them. So I'm just, you know what, I'm just gonna brush off that extra. I'm worried about blowing it into the piece. That may still be a problem. Okay, now I'm going to push the white up here. And this first layer is going to be kind of sandy. That's okay. Yeah, the heat gun is definitely on my Amazon list. So this is really it for the first layer. I am going to do one more thing. I'm going to take some white and I'm going to just carefully, with my stick, make a more solid line here. Not required, but I like to kind of just fill that in. And then we're gonna walk away. Walk away. Yeah. So this is one I'm definitely gonna be doing more layers on. So on the next layer, I'll put resin over the entire thing, including over the top of the sand. And then I'm gonna put another beach wave a little bit higher up. You can also, I might go in here and just add another layer here as well. That doesn't get mixed with the sand so much. Totally up to you. The heat gun is Amtake and it is in my Amazon list. If you look down in the description of this video, it'll say purchase the art supplies that I use with an Amazon link, and it's in there. It's in my resin painting list. All right, let's bring you guys in for a close-up. I'm very happy with this. Yeah, knowing when to walk away. Whoop, sorry about that. I don't know if you guys heard that. Alarm set. Knowing when to walk away, definitely not easy. So you can see probably the sand is a little bit raised, which I think is going to be awesome. It's going to give this painting a lot of depth and texture. And then we've got some amazing lacing, which this particular resin makes amazing waves, no matter what colorant you're using. So that's one of the things I love about it. Actually, one of the main things I love about it, and why it's so fantastic for beaches and oceans. And at this stage, if you wanted, you could put definitely more white on here and you could blow it out further. I'm trying to be really good on this one though and do it layer by layer. But it's all just a matter of personal preference. There's no right or wrong or whatever, you know. Just kind of whatever you want to do. All right, guys. Hey, Clara. You're back as we're kind of ending off, unfortunately. Did anybody have any other questions, though? I know this is a bit of a shorter live. I just got some things going on tonight, and I've got to go get my daughter, which is what that alarm was. So, any last minute questions before I bounce out. Oh, I have an important announcement for you guys specifically. On Saturday, it's a very special day. It is my 5-year YouTube anniversary. 5 years, which is insane. So there's going to be a very special live video, premiere, not live. I'm going to be doing a bunch of other lives that day and will not be able to live through another live, a premiere, and also a special giveaway. Okay, guys? So mark your calendars for Saturday. Make sure you check out my channel on that day. I'll have the premiere up as soon as I can, and we're gonna have fun. Jerry, the move's going fairly well. I'll have an update on that for you guys hopefully by next week as well. I hope next week to be doing the next live in my home studio, hopefully. All right. Thanks, Barbie. All right, you guys, thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate you. This Saturday, if you want, I'll be going live on Facebook and Amazon, and you can join me there. Otherwise, I will see you all next week. See you Saturday, actually, for the premiere. All right, bye, you guys.